HBO Boxing finally gives it right. They finally gives you a great fight that, unfortunately, you gotta pay for. So if you want to see a great fight on HBO, you gotta pay money for it on pay-per-view. That's just all. That's it. Sorry. You know, they're gonna give you a showcase on TV for free, but a top competitive fight with Terrence Crawford versus Victor Postal, guess what? You gotta pay. Now, I don't agree with that, but I will support Terrence Crawford. So I will buy the pay-per-view. Now, let's assess the actual fight in its, whole totality. I think that just looking at the situation, I see that there is no way, shape, or form any way said that I don't think he can win. And that's just me. I don't think that Victor Postal can win this fight. But there's an opportunity for him to win the fight, because he presents a difficulty to Terrence Crawford that's going to make this a boxer-friendly fight, which means that if you watch boxing religiously, this is your kind of fight. This is a chess match. Victor Postal is going to use distance, and he's going to maintain distance as long as he can through the fight. This is how he's still strong when the fight gets into the later rounds. He still got power. He still has... It's not that he has a lot of power. He's not a big power puncher. He just knows how to throw sharp punches in between your shots. And with Terrence Crawford's last couple of fights, he's happened to be the guy to have to come forward and fight a guy that's normally smaller than him, and it's easier for him to deal with because they didn't really maintain distance and range. This is a guy that's lanky and definitely will keep you at the end of a jab. And some jabs he puts something on it, sometimes he doesn't. He throws off speed. He steps over at angles. He waits to see if you drop your hands. Now, what Terrence Crawford can't have go wrong in this fight can go wrong, and that way he can let Victor Postal into the fight. Don't get caught switching. When you switch to southpaw, your alert for Victor Postal changes. And Terrence Crawford already is aware of that, and he knows what that means. And he knows that this is a different type of fight than the fighters he's been facing before. They've actually been studying Victor Postal for about a half a year right now, because they were supposed to fight Victor Postal the last fight. So they were preparing to fight him before they fought Lundy. So, now that they've gotten everything worked out and they crossed all the T's and dotted the I's, they can get this fight going for the public, because this is the fight they wanted. So now they feel Victor Postal will be ready to take on Crawford, and I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities for Postal in a fight with Bud, and there's a lot of opportunities for Terrence Crawford to take advantage of the slow starting Postal. You can build up points on him relatively easy and get a good rhythm. But what Postal comes in at, and his advantage is he knows how to capitalize on openings and spots. And he knows how to create his opportunities too. See, that's another thing that's underrated about him, is creating your opportunity instead of sitting back and just waiting for it. He actually learns in the ring and says, okay, I saw what you did in round 4, 5, and 6. I know if I make you think this is happening, that you're going to do the same thing again, and here comes that sneaky right hand. Bang! You go, whoa! There was something on that. And that's what You know, like a pitcher, throwing off-speed pitches. That's what Postal will do. But I'm proud of HBO for making this fight happen and then turning around and giving us Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev. Now, people are saying it's done. I haven't really heard too much about it being done from like major people in the globe, like Ward's camp and everything else. But from what we are hearing, that the fight is going to happen this year, it's going to be done, it's going to happen, and we finally get to see, you know, Andre Ward, who had to go up and wait to find his challenge, versus Sergey Kovalev, and see if he's really ready for the big time. Is he really the crusher? You know, I was very high on Kovalev coming in because I've never seen a guy with that kind of freakish power, also with, you know, good boxing ability. So, I'm very interested in seeing that fight. How I think it'll play out, Ward will present a lot more problems for Kovalev. If Bernard Hopkins can survive to go 12 rounds with Kovalev, Andre Ward could definitely take him into deep waters. And what Ward can do that Hopkins wasn't going to do is pull the trigger. You know, I mean, Ward he was a little dry and a little, you know, flat in the last fight. And a fight like this, I think he'll turn right back around and be sharp. You know, even looking flat, he was still had the skills and the IQ to catch, punch on the catch, and everything else. And what Kovalev does is get methodical, and that's what happens. You telegraph shots a lot when you got power. You don't care about trying to disguise it. You just come right down the middle. And this isn't John Pascal. You're not going to keep landing that jab every time you throw it. And he's just going to try to keep it out there and try to pump the jab and come with a right hand, one big right hand, and stop throwing in combination. But you can't do that with Ward. Ward will get in your chest and smother you. And once he smothers your punches, Kovalev is not that great on the inside at all. He has no balance, and his chin is way in the air. Now, if Andre Ward catches him solid, he could really hurt him or knock him down and do some damage to Sergey Kovalev. And I think that Ward is really comfortable with the style of Kovalev, and he's seen it and analyzed it like I have, and says he sees his openings and seeing his opportunities. You know, defensively, he's hard to hit, at least more than twice. If you knock Andre Ward out, you're going to catch him, you got to hit him, hurt him real bad with one punch. And then start an offensive onslaught, because even though he's been dazed before in the ring, Ward knows how to survive in the ring from being hurt. So, I mean, I gotta give HBO their props for this one. I mean, it's some people there trying to put on some good fights. They normally just get, you know, outruled by the majority. You know, just want showcases and garbage. And agenda-based fights, but we'll see. And then maybe we can get this Stevenson fight someday. You know, it's the networks that are screwing it up for the fighters, and then they turn around and blame the fighters. So it's really weird. But other than that, that's where it is now. I'm out.